guess what? Drag Race is still on TV. It's still there. We're still talking about it. Yeah.
Look over there.
Look over there. The best person to be on Drag Race in the last few years. I said it. I'm sorry. We love Jade Essence Hall. Anyway, welcome to The Cup, the currently unnamed podcast where the tea is piping hot and we are always ready to spill. I'm Logan Murphy, just a gay, here with a mug I stole from my roommate because it was pretty.
It's super cute.
Right? It's a Starbucks one. To no surprise.
Love that. I am Brandon. This cup is empty because I didn't want to fill it because I have my water bottle with me because, again, hydration is important.
I have that too, yeah. And who are you?
I'm Billy, and I have a can, which is like the same 3 letters as cup, so it works. It fits.
Sure. It starts with the same letter. It's 3 letters. We're good.
Exactly.
But Billy, you're finally fucking here.
I am. It's been a long time coming, but here we are.
This is, I'm not exaggerating. This is like a year at least in the making.
Yeah, I would be like, oh yeah, I can definitely do next week. And then I'm like, oh, I actually can't because I'm like super busy. It's like so weird. Like planning a wedding for like the 4th time and shit. You know what I mean? Like
it's fine.
It's lovely.
It happens, but we got you here. I'm so happy to have you finally.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm super excited.
Always. Brandon, I'm always happy to see you too. Don't worry. And we are here discussing RuPaul's Best Friends, Make Him Laugh, Southern Hospitality, Rigged for George's Race, Season 14, Episode 9, still rigged for George's. We'll talk about it, at least in my opinion, rigged for George's. But Billy, what are we thinking of the season so far? How are we gauging? How are you liking the season?
I mean, it's not my favorite. It's been fine. Like, I feel like I don't have that one queen that I'm like super connected to and super like rooting for. Like, that was Cornbread for me.
Sure.
Which obviously we know what happens there. So yeah, like it's fine. Like, I'm still gonna watch. I'm very active. I'm an active viewer. But yeah, it's not one of my top tier seasons by any means.
I'm hoping that something changes that because I'm starting to agree with you on that. Like, the cast is really great and I like the people in it. This is like the first time that I'm experiencing like this is a reality show and not a reality competition show. Yeah. Like we've made the transition from competition to it's a competition at this point, but it is what it is. This episode was, I actually kind of liked this episode. I think it was fine. It was a different sort of challenge that we're not typically used to, which I was on board with. We do start the episode and we have lost the beauty, the grace, the Carrie Colby. And I'm still sad. Looking back, I think it was her time to go, but I'm sad because I love Carrie.
Same.
Yeah, no, I definitely loved Carrie. But like that runway last week, it was just like
bad.
Girl. Yeah. Like and like she just, I don't know, I just feel like her taste level is so above that. So it just was like, oh girl, what's going on?
It was the heart on the wrong side of the chest for me. That's fair. Honestly what it was for me. But 2 things, speaking of Carrie, if you have not watched her What You Packin' with Michelle, go do it because incredibly emotional. You learn more about Carrie in the What You Packin' than in all 8 episodes she was on this season. Well, 7 technically, but like you learn way more about her. And like I loved her before, and like I fell in love with her watching her interview with Michelle. So go watch that if you haven't. Second, truly, the doors Carrie Colby has opened because we are adding in the abbreviated words of Yua Hamasaki, 5 trans girls, because Miss Willow Pill came out to the world this week as I believe her terminology was trans femme. Is what she's going by for now. And it can change, and she's entitled to that change. So we love that. Congratulations to Willow. We're so happy that you are finally at least happy somewhat in the skin you're in, because all of the medical issues, and we love Willow. We love Willow. That's what we're saying.
We do very much.
But true, y'all have probably seen the Infinity Gauntlet with
yeah.
I love it. And then I loved Carrie replied to something that Maddie Morphosis tweeted, being like, "You're next."
Oh no!
I was like, I hate this, but I love this so much. But we've lost Carrie. Jasmine is sad, obviously, because she loves Carrie, because she loves Sasha, which is completely valid, and I made that out to be more sarcastic than I meant it to be. It's genuinely sad. I just love the whole time she's going through all of this emotion, and she's just trying to hold up this wig. And I'm like, girl, let go of the wig.
Let it go, babe.
She said it herself. It's not supposed to be a real hair, but it looks like it.
I'm like, girl, that's not even a good wig. Like, oh god. That look last week was bad. But we then obviously at this point in the race, we get the talk of, who hasn't won a challenge yet? And at this point it is Jasmine and Deja. Truly, they are sleeping on Deja Skye, and I'm pissed about it. We'll talk more about that because I still have opinions later on. But they haven't won a challenge. And I truly thought this was going to be the episode where they used to do it on all of the seasons, where like it would be like top 8 or top 9, and there would be 2 girls that hadn't won a challenge yet. One of them wins the challenge and the other one goes home.
Right.
And I truly thought that's what we were getting in this episode. We didn't, but whatever. And then we moved to the next day. There was nothing else memorable that happened, I don't think.
No. The mini challenge was very like meh. I don't know. Like it was fine. Like it's clever. Like it's cute. But like, does it bring much for me? No.
I do like the photobombing challenge. I've liked it in past seasons more than I liked it here.
Yeah.
It was
Willow.
It was a weird array of what pictures they were photobombing,
because it was like, oh god, it was like Lil Nas X was one of them.
Yeah.
Billy Porter.
Shawn Mendes.
Wasn't David Beckham involved or something?
Oh yeah.
I was like, why didn't they give David Beckham to Lady Camden?
Right.
That was my question. Like, hello?
Yeah.
And then Jasmine acting like a pterodactyl was like kind of cute. Deja doing Shawn Mendes was like kind of cute. Willow wins for some reason.
I just think her she had like a theme vibe more than anybody else, so maybe that's why she stood out a little bit more.
She went it was like antiquated Mary Lou Retton or something.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, this is cute. I think I would have given it to Deja with the Shawn Mendes just for how like wild it was.
I would have done the same.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely. Yeah, I agree.
But Willow wins, and we move into the Maxi Challenge, which is the revamp of the DragCon panel challenge. But this time, we're not making wigs, we're not making hip pads, thank God. We're not proportionizing. Instead, I also love proportionizing.
Like so much.
The only memorable parts of that challenge were proportionizing, and then it was Cracker, Blair, and Vixen just shitting on each other the whole challenge.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing. But this time, both groups are talking about men's. Yes, a topic that we all love here. I think probably.
What are you saying? Fuck men.
I would like to, but also fuck them because they're all horrible except for you two. And yeah, Just you two. That's it. And my roommate's fine too. But for winning the mini challenge, Willow gets to pick her entire team.
Yeah, very like a little overpowered in my opinion, but like go off.
We don't see these very often, and I honestly love the drama when it does happen.
Yeah.
And I love it coming from Willow too, because Willow has kind of just been this like, I'm just gonna like, it's very honestly, and she hosted the pit stop this week with Monet. It's very Brooklyn Heights to me, where like I'm gonna just do very, very well in the competition, and that's what I'm here to do, and I'm gonna be lovable and lovely, and that's what Willow is doing. And then getting infantilized constantly by RuPaul, but that's a conversation we've already beat to death. So Willow picks Deja because she hadn't gotten the chance to work with Deja yet. She picks Angie, which I think is a very logical choice.
Right.
And she picks the Lady Camden, meaning that the other team was Georges, Jasmine, Diabetti, and poor Bosco. Poor Bosco is left on a team with 3 people that just have not done well consistently in this season. One of them already been eliminated. It was not a cute moment for Miss Bosco.
The chaos of it all.
Right.
Yeah. So they're talking about their stuff. They decide, each group decides. So the other stipulation is one person has to be a moderator. Obviously, because DragCon panels have moderators. So we have to have a moderator here. I like that in contrast to the season 10 challenge, they forced them to have a moderator because we saw on season 10 what happened when they didn't have a moderator. It was not good.
Little mess.
Just a little bit. And so Willow's handpicked team decides that Deja is going to be the moderator for the team, which I think was definitely the smartest choice. I was going to say she seems the most put together, but I don't necessarily think that's true.
Yeah, I just feel like she has this level of like, I want to call it maturity. I don't know. Like she just reads as being able to like guide and like provide for the others. Whereas maybe, I don't know, everyone else might have struggled with. I don't know. I just felt like that was the most logical choice. Like she was going to be the smooth sailor through this panel.
I guess the word oh, go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, I wasn't like so sure how they were gonna go with it, but the fact that they all trusted Deja just showed it was just like, I guess like Deja kind of ran with, but at the same time, like she kind of knew what she was going to do.
Yeah, I would say maybe the word I would use with Deja is consistent, because even though she's gotten overlooked constantly on this season, what she's presented to the judges, minus week 1, has been very, very consistent. And she kind of, I think maturity might also be the right word. I think I agree with you, Billy. It doesn't help. She's also the oldest on the season by like 3 years. Not that she's old because she's 31, but, or 32 now, I think. But like, yeah, it was the logical choice.
Yeah, agreed.
We move over to, as someone online called, Team Leftovers, which I don't like that, but the other team. Team Men Electric Boogaloo Part 2, as I'll call them. There's a little bit of a debate because Miss Jasmine wants to be the moderator. And aspiring villain Diabetti is like, no, I don't know. No, I feel safer with Bosco.
I just like, can you imagine if Jasmine was the moderator though? Like, I just remember, this is so random, but I remember when I was in college for like my like research project, we had to present our research, and there was this like light that would light up when you had 2 minutes left because there was like a cap on your presentation. And I'm like, Jasmine, girl, that light would have went off and you would have been going for 25 more minutes. Like,
it would have been, I hate to bring her up, but it would have been Shitty Pie going over that one challenge. The Whoopi Goldberg challenge. Going over by like 25 minutes.
Yeah. Agree.
But
not the move.
No, and I don't even think if Jasmine was a moderator, I don't think Bosco would have been able to shine in the way that she did. As well, because she really took that moderator. We'll talk about it a little bit more, but she really took the moderator role to heart, and like it brought in her flavor of comedy into this otherwise like stiff on the surface sort of role. Because like for me, when I got on Drag Race season 27, still hosted by RuPaul in a wheelchair, coming next year, it like that would be like the one challenge that I know I would succeed in because of how many times I've moderated podcasts doing this. Like I'd be like, if there's like a public speaking challenge, I'm like, I know I have this in the bag. Like this is like I've done this for now over a year. And so I'm like, I feel very comfortable moderating. So any sort of situation like in that regard, I'd be like, okay, no, I like, hi, this is me. Hi, I got this. Don't worry. And that's kind of what Bosco did. She was like, I'll take care of it. Y'all talk about things. I got this. And I felt very comforted seeing Deja and Bosco in these roles as well. I was like, okay, I think maybe at least there will be a structure to how these go. And one of them didn't. We'll talk about it. But normally we don't dive into like the Ru walkthrough. But the editors, I'm going to blame it on the editors. Blame it on the edit, if you will, in the words of RuPaul. Available on Apple Music somewhere. We got this moment where we get two interesting moments talking about Willow's handpicked team, where Deja is opening up about, you know, not having her father in her life because he left at a young age, and her mom not being able to support them because she has bipolar and schizophrenia. So her getting separated from her family in that regard. And it's this like really powerful moment. Deja's like on the verge of tears. And Ru is like, yeah, wow. So who's been to DragCon? And I'm like, y'all, if that was RuPaul, then another reason why RuPaul should be off the show. If that was production, y'all are doing RuPaul Derby.
Yeah.
And Deja.
It felt weird. But it kind of like goes with the brand of like pushing so much of her content and her music and DragCon. Like it I don't know. I feel like it's not the producers, unfortunately.
No, because I mean, similar things happened when Ru talked to Willow earlier in the season about her disease.
Mm-hmm.
Where Ru was like, wow, yeah. So you're Evie's drag daughter. Like basically the same conversation happened. And it's like, hello? And then Lady Camden gets called out seconds later for being this like shy, introverted person. And I'm like, where is the context for this? Because Lady Camden is one of the few people I feel like has been really under-edited in this season, along with, I would say, Deja as well. And if this was the opportunity for them to try to give them both like something, it didn't work.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it was also like, I don't know, I feel like calling somebody out for being shy is just like so counterproductive, because you're just going to make them kind of like turn in even more in that situation, I feel. And I feel like the majority of the queens, when they're talking about what drag means to them, a lot of it is like, this is a person that I can be, and it brings out this different side of me, and it like elevates me. And they're like, oh, well, I don't know, I just felt so like strange. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. I didn't like it. Anyway, we move on. We go to next day in the workroom. Something happens and none of us could remember. And honestly, if it was memorable enough, we would be talking about it. So
I
guess we can move on to the challenge because that's really the only other thing. Sorry to whoever had an emotional moment because someone probably did. So like, sorry, y'all. But
to put in the context, I did watch this episode at 5 a.m, so I couldn't really tell you what I could remember.
I have no excuse. I watched it live.
Same here.
Anyway, slideshow.
Yay.
So I pulled screenshots of both teams. So we'll talk about the challenge and then the shoulder pad runway. So first up was Willow's handpicked team of Deja, Camden, and Angie. What did we think of this first group?
A solid panel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I feel like it touched upon of like many different topics. It felt fluid for me.
Yeah, same.
Which is what a good panel, podcast, discussion, roundtable, whatever. That's what it should be. I thought Deja did such a good job being funny, but yet still keeping things on track and like interjecting when she felt it was necessary to do so to move the conversation along.
Which means like a good moderator, right? Like that's the job. That's the role.
She did her job perfectly, in my opinion. As someone who has moderated podcasts now for over a year, I feel I have just a bit of qualification regarding how Deja did. Anyway, I thought Deja did her job perfectly. Sadly, I think the weakest person in this group was the lady Camden.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
She tripped up on the Blake Lively, Blake Shelton situation, which I think honestly has to do with Ru calling her out in the workroom for like the shyness or whatever was happening.
Yeah.
And Ru was like, bring the like Freddie Mercury character from the lip sync for the win into this. And I'm like, how? Yeah,
it's comparing like apples and like
zucchini.
I was gonna say like snails. Like it's just it's not a thing. Like it. I don't know. I mean, her look. I really like her look in the panel. It gives me very like Clueless vibes, and I love it so much.
I really hope it was a Clueless reference because I also got Clueless.
Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe it wasn't, but like I hope it is too.
I kind of see it now.
Yeah, I haven't looked on her Instagram, but I might, honestly. Deja in this, honestly, I kind of know because I loved her shoulder pad runway. I'm like, was this her backup for the shoulder pad runway?
I know, because it has like, yeah.
I was like, did she do shoulder pads throughout the whole episode? If so, I love this print. I couldn't tell if this was like a black bra in the middle. I was really confused by that.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there either.
That was like the only confusing part. I do love her in a lavender hair, and I thought like obviously her mug is beautiful as always. Willow in a very understated auburn wig, cute little dress situation. I thought Willow did a really good job as well. Truly like integrating her humor with like the topics at hand. And I love someone who has just copious amounts of self-deprecating humor because I do it to myself constantly. And so her talking about her disease and how because of that she can't give good hand jobs, like truly that's the comedy that I just love.
Mm-hmm.
And then Angie was there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel like the standard she's set for herself, like she didn't meet it for this one, just because she's been so good in so many things. But I don't think she was bad. I just think, like you said, she was just kind of there.
in a way, like, yeah, she was there, but she also did provide what she did, like what she was able to. So it kind of helped in a way that, like, this was, again, a pretty solid panel because, like, it, like you said, it remained fluid, remained streamlined. I really appreciated how, like, they incorporated, like, everything all in one, because, like, it's never easy to do that, because usually most panels like this is usually more informative than funny.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and the fact that they made it also funny, it just made it like a better panel, in my opinion.
Yeah. I loved as well the title Men a Work in Progress. I thought that was really funny. I think if Deja was the moderator, I think honestly Angie was like the straight man in a lot of ways. Like, she provided, not literally, but y'all know what I mean. Like, she had the one really, really funny part about like dating a drag queen, or like wanting to date a drag queen because then she has a man that she could share a wig with. That was like something that's like stuck out to me as far as like all of the, like, across both groups. That was something that really stood out for me. Nothing particularly that Deja said stood out to me, other than the fact that she likes hairy men, and I may or may not have tweeted directly at her after that, but it's fine. And I definitely got a response because she follows me on Twitter. So this is also my I'm just saying, hi Deja. Hello. I don't live too far from Fresno, I will say that. It's kind of far, but not too far. No, I thought it was so funny. I forget. She sent a GIF of herself, and I don't remember which one it was. I wanted it to be the thumbs up from the super teasers, but it wasn't. And I was like, I love this. I love Deja. Yeah, I thought overall, honestly, I thought they should have judged it by teams, and I thought this should have been the winning team. There, I'll say it.
Same.
Like,
no, I agree. Yeah.
I don't get why it wasn't. Actually, I do know why. I do get why it wasn't. We'll talk about that. But God help us all. We have to move on to this group. Men, Electric Boogaloo Part 2, this time with more men. Which is like the best self-made title, I think, for any Drag Race thing I've heard in a long time. Bosco was just a shining light, a beacon of hope, in a really ugly look.
Yeah.
What is that look?
It looks, I don't know. It's like, did she bring like a Golden Girls character for Snatch Game?
No, I literally feel like it's like Golden Girls meets like, weren't they called like the Pink Ladies in Greece? Like, I feel like it's like a hybrid, and like, it just doesn't work.
Like, is she trying to be B. Arthur? This looks like an outfit B. Arthur would wear.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I agree.
I'll be honest, I don't really particularly love anybody's look on this panel.
Same.
No, at all. And it looks, I don't know, just like looking at this picture of the four of them compared to the other four, this one looks very like, my eyes don't know what to do. Like, I'm like, oh, like neon yellow, like Golden Girls, like George's weird shape. Like, I don't know. It's distracting.
Because even with this one, looking at them, everyone's kind of muted, even though Deja is in lavender hair. But right. Like, everyone, like, this seems like a like group of girls. They all like are wearing very different, but wearing a very similar idea.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this group, I literally would not even be able to put two of them together and say that these two go along.
Right.
I will say my favorite of the four looks is Diabetes.
Same.
Not me.
That's fair. Who was your favorite then, Billy?
I don't have one. Like, I can't choose. Like, I really
the shrubbery in the background.
Yeah, like
the shrubbery in the background.
The pot. I really don't have a favorite. Like,
yeah.
I mean, in a way, I kind of like Bosco's, but I know what you're saying. Like, how it looks like Golden Girls meets, whatever you said. Like, I'm kind of
Pink
like
Ladies from
Pink
Greece.
Ladies. Yeah, I like. Of course, I like look at Diabetes just like because like that's so flashy because everything neon, even her hair, even her shoes. Like I was like, it's all yellow.
I love a monochromatic moment. That's probably why I like it, honestly. I'm like, I also looked at Dia and I was like, was this your backup for the shoulder pad runway?
Right. There's a lot of shoulder there. Yeah.
I think Georgia should have worn this for the shoulder pad runway, and I think she would have been better off than what she wore. And Jasmine Kennedy is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
The only thing I remember other than Bosco's moderating was Dia talking about, I think it was something about like her sexual awakening being WWE wrestlers.
Yeah, I also remember that.
Yeah, I was like, that's really like the only part that stuck out to me. Georges couldn't say toxic or masculinity. Yeah. And I was really hoping personally I wouldn't fuck up either one of those words because then I couldn't talk shit.
Yeah.
I was like, toxic and masculinity. I got it. Don't worry.
16 times today.
The emphasis.
The emphasis on the toxic and the masculinity. Thank you. No, yeah. Shall we move on to Runway?
Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this situation. Like, I don't know. I didn't dislike it, but I don't know. I preferred the other group.
One fitting thing that I want to bring up is when Georges did the read to Jasmine for the white dew crack. I think this is what Jasmine's trying to do.
Oh God.
I will say one thing I thought of, which I guess could have gone either way, but if Carrie Colby was in the panel, like she would have brought I feel like she would have brought so much to it. I don't know how she would have done as far as like portraying it and like speaking on it, but I think like her content would have been top tier. So I wonder, how things would have gone had she been there.
That's
yeah.
I just realized because like if Jasmine had left, Carrie would have like did really well.
Well, then it begs the question: would Willow have picked Carrie?
Probably.
I think based on her track, I think based on her performance in the season, maybe not. So if I take Jasmine out and I put Carrie in, I think the bottom two wouldn't have been Georges and Carrie.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
For me, it's like even with Bosco's incredible moderating, I still don't think. I think it should have been judges' teams, point blank, period. That's what I
same.
think.
And like historically, it usually is, right? I mean,
not anymore.
Not anymore. Really, I don't know why.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I remember like season 7, the Glamazonian Runway Challenge, where like the entire first team was safe.
Yeah.
Because they just did better. Mm-hmm. And it's like, why? Like, why? Right. It kind of fell off after like season 11, I think.
Yeah, season 11 was the last one where a team did very well compared to the other. And we know that one.
Well, and even then, it was Upland.
Oh my God.
And everything. I love that most people can reference that, but probably don't even know the queen's name anymore.
I'm trying
on Diamond.
Oh, I was just like, I can't think of it.
Exactly.
The way
put respect on Mercedes Iman Diamond.
That part.
Anyway, yeah, Runway. Huh. Some of the girls have already done it, but category is shoulder pads. I think I did it in alphabetical order, so we're gonna start with Angie. I didn't like this.
I kind of do. I just feel like it's kind of like patterns on patterns and giving me very like Magic Eye or whatever they were called. You know what I mean? But I do kind of love it. I don't know. I'm into it.
I mean, anything Angie put out on the runway, it's just stunning to me.
Yeah, it's well made. She looks really good in it. My biggest issue is I just wanted a third houndstooth fabric because the two together are so similar that they clash a little bit too much for me.
That's fair.
Even if the second one had had like a color other than black, white, or gray, I think I would have been more okay with it. But it's clearly well made. She looks phenomenal. So like
snatched.
Good on you, girl. But it wasn't my particular cup of tea for this runway.
Did it have enough shoulder pads?
Well, I'm gonna say yes because some people didn't even have shoulder pads. So I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
I feel like the point of the shoulder pad being the theme was like that's where your attention is drawn to mostly. And I will say that like when I look at this picture, I'm like, oh yeah, shoulder pads. Like I totally get that vibe. Whereas like some of the other ones, which we'll come to, I don't get that vibe whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I think this fits.
I don't get who this character is for Angie, but sure.
Fair.
Like, sure. Next up is Bosco. So I love this, but I hate that this got critiqued for being a brawn panty when Georges exists.
That part.
Like, but I think this is really, really good from Bosco, honestly.
I don't like love it. I don't know. It reads to me as like very like Dick Tracy or like April from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I guess that's not fair because that's just like my reference of the yellow jacket.
Sure.
I don't know. I guess maybe if there was something different, a little different underneath, I would like it more. That's kind of how I feel.
What would be underneath though?
I don't know. Just not
nude.
That.
Nude.
Or just like... I don't know. I like the top part of it. I like the color scheme. So maybe something more with that. I don't know. I just feel like the black takes away, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because like it either could have been like a black and yellow look, or keep the jacket and the bra obviously and make a rainbow something out of it.
Yeah, like more metallic vibe.
Like metallic rainbow.
Yeah, pretty.
I would have loved like a metallic rainbow prism, like even a bodysuit. Like, I know it's overdone, but, like, I feel like just a simple bodysuit with, like, a lot of, like, prismatic things in, like, a rainbow would have done really well. Even, like, in a metallic pink to go with the hair, I think might have been okay. I don't hate it, but I don't love it, is where I'm
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat.
She looks phenomenal. The look is just, I'm looking more at what's underneath the jacket than the point of the runway being the jacket with the shoulders.
Right. Right. Same.
So,
yeah.
She looks so fucking good, though. I hate her. Just kidding. I love Bosco. Diabetes. I love this.
I do too.
I actually did like this.
Really like this.
Like it's an interesting take. She's going like Mad Max situation, which is like a trope that's been done plenty of times on Drag Race, but somehow I find this different.
No, I agree. I feel like I like the like spiky kind of shoulder pad vibe. I feel like that's really fun. It just reads very like, I want to call it like futuristic in a way, but like grungy futuristic. I don't know. I really liked this one a lot.
Like it kind of brings up, like it's possible, but like sometimes I never read it off as it, but cyberpunk. So
a
little bit, but not as it, because like cyberpunk is more like more futuristic than this. Like I'm getting very, very gladiator with this one.
Oh, I could see that.
So
yeah, like if there is a world war, like this is what I want my vibe to be. I want to be wearing this.
Okay.
My only issue, and I have this issue with a lot of people, I just wish the shoulder pads themselves were a little bit bigger. But I feel like if they were, she probably would have gotten the critique of the shoulders being too masculine. Whereas I feel like this rides the androgynous line very, very well, which she said is what she was going for. So
yeah, but which I liked. But one thing I did not like about them judging this, so I don't think they ever brought it up when they did the judges' critiques. They only brought it up afterward. And I was like, wait, did you even bring it up? I was so confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
And it was more of a trope with the editing to make be like, yeah, we know Daya's in the bottom, but not lip syncing.
Yeah, that's the vibe I was getting.
But it was a good look. I don't know why
it's strong.
Yeah, I don't know why they try to critique it so minuscule. All right, because it's rigged, probably.
I don't understand the editing with Diabetti. I really don't, and I don't think the producers know what they want to do with Diabetti at this point, because like she's doing well enough to proceed in the competition, but also like she's their villain. So like how like I'm at this point, I'm kind of just like I love Diabetti. But I'm at this point, I'm just like, when are they going to get rid of her? Because they don't have any more storyline for her. Like, I don't know, but
I don't know. I feel like she's going to make it till the finale. I really do.
I wouldn't be surprised. Her drag is good, so I hope that happens, but like,
yeah, but who knows? It's like pulling names out of a hat lately.
Literally. Deja Skye. I love this.
I feel like this is just like what the challenge was meant, or what the runway was meant for. Like
Ru even said it.
This is it. Yeah. It's cute. It's cute.
The shape, the shoulder pad, the Chanel reference. One of the best looks on the runway of this season. Hands down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Really liked it.
Yeah, the fact that this was first on the runway, like, of course, I was just like, okay, good. And of course, when I look at everything else, I was like, yep, this is my favorite look of the runway.
Yeah, I agree.
The slippery slope afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Very. All right. Jasmine Kennedy looking like a highlighter. I actually like this look. I'm probably going to be in the minority, but I do like it.
I like the simplicity of like what she was going for, because like the basic neon black and with neon yellow.
Neon black is my favorite color.
I've said that before. Like
I know you have. That's why I said it.
Anyways, like what I meant to say was I love the neon yellow, like complementing with like the black hair and the gloves. So I was just like, okay, this works.
But like, didn't Diabetti wear this for the freaking panel? Like
in gown form.
It's like very similar. So I don't know.
I feel like I'm actually going to skip back for a second because I feel like Daya's was more. So Daya's was more sunshine yellow.
Yeah, it's like
it was
more
all yellow.
Yeah.
Whereas, not George's. Jasmine is going more neon highlighter yellow.
Yeah, it's like limey almost.
Yeah, the only thing I wanted, honestly, was so she has this like black choker. I wanted a belt the exact same width in black, just like a black belt. That's all I would have needed. Or even like black panels on the sides. Like something just to bring the black into the yellow.
Yeah.
For me, this is one of my favorite things Jasmine has worn on the runway. Honestly, like, and unfortunately, that's not saying much because I haven't loved all of her looks, but I thought this was good. It's a good outfit to lip sync in. Let's say that.
Yes, you can move.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Georges not wearing shoulder pads.
Yeah. I don't even know.
She really said, I'm RuPaul's favorite. I don't even have to fit the category.
I mean, she looks good. Don't get me wrong. Like she looks amazing.
She looks incredible.
But it's not the runway. It's just it doesn't fit.
Yeah, it's not shoulder pads. It's puffy shoulders, but those aren't pads. Those are not pads.
This is also a horrible photo, but this is one of the only full body shots from her runway, and I think for good reason. Like this was one of the only shots I had, and the other one completely obscured her face. So we went with this one. But yeah, she looks stunning. It's just not the category.
Right.
So. But I love Georges. I keep like I feel like people think that I hate Georges. I like Georges. I just don't like Georges, the character on this show, because of how Georges, the character, is being manipulated and rigged for.
Yeah.
At this point, it's whatever. The Lady Camden, I pulled this look. It's right after she kicks the Nutcracker head off the stage.
It's a look. I love this.
I liked it too. I really liked it. I thought it was different. I like her take on the shoulder pads with like the little like star kind of situation. Yeah, I thought it was cute. I think that I don't know if I want to call it like a helmet, mask. Like I don't know what you would call that top thing. Headpiece.
Headpiece.
Yeah, headpiece.
That was like, I prefer it without. Like that could have not been a moment. Yeah, I mean, but I do really like this.
I almost wish it had just been like a mask instead of a full headpiece, because then as she's taking it off, it does kind of mess up her wig in the back a little bit.
Yeah,
and it was kind of, I kept like hyper fixating on that as she was walking the runway. Yeah, I like it as well. I think the only thing I would have loved is if the shoulder pads had just been bigger.
Yeah, and she could have done them bigger easily, I feel.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? This is like related, but not like related kind of at all. But my old high school marching band uniform did look like a Nutcracker.
Not that.
Because again, like when the uniforms were made at that time, because it was like back in the 80s, and now we have totally unique new uniforms now, which is a more regal look for us, thankfully.
Good.
But like, it just reminded me of that, and I remember my senior year of high school, I dressed up as a Nutcracker or like a toy soldier of it with that exact same uniform, and it was just like. Just bring me back to that. So I was just like, it was just nice to see.
And soon you could be Lady Camden walking the runway of Drag Race.
Not that I am like, I may be okay at makeup, but not good at drag.
What? So I think the question is, were your shoulder pads bigger than Camden's, or
they
were they
not? They were not.
Okay.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I'll show you the picture afterward.
Yeah, I thought this was another strong look from Lady Camden.
Yep.
Last up is Willow Pill.
I like am obsessed, but like there's no shoulder pads. Like, period. There's not.
This is one of the best things I've ever seen on the runway of RuPaul's Drag Race, but this is not shoulder pads.
Yeah. It's not. I don't know if you guys saw, I saw a tweet and it was like Willow Pill like incorporated all of the like, I don't know how they worded it, but it was referencing like Rugrats, and it was like Cynthia the doll, Angelica with the sunglasses, and then Charlotte the mom because she had the phone at one point.
Yeah,
I was like, yes, that is so and I loved it so much more.
This is truly Angelica, Cynthia, and Charlotte in one look.
Yeah, but like no shoulder pads. But I'm kind of okay. I don't know. I don't want to give her a pass, but like because I love it so much, I do.
I feel like she would. I feel like literally, if she had just stuffed the shoulders of this look, she would have won the challenge.
Yeah, like it
honestly,
I don't know. Like it just, there's no shoulder pad whatsoever. It's just not there.
It's so fucking cool, though.
It is. It's great. I love it so much.
But
like love it.
It's not shoulder pads.
Yep.
Well. What a lovely note to end on the runways with. It's just not shoulder pads. We all agreed Deja was our favorite.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say someone else.
I mean, I feel like from a moderator standpoint, like, yes, but I don't. I feel so.
Oh, I was talking just the runway at this point, babe. But
runway. Deja for sure on the runway.
No, you're good, honey. Don't worry. We're basically there, so we can talk about it. So we get results. We find out that the Lady Camden and Angie are safe. This is Angie's third week in a row safe. So
yeah, I mean she started really high and trajectory downward.
We got Deja, Willow, and Bosco in the top, and we have Jasmine, Daya, and Georges in the bottom. And we find out that despite the critiques of her runway look, the winner is Bosco. Now, I love Bosco. I thought she did a great job. This was Deja Skye's win.
Agree.
Yes.
Agree.
This is where I was very confused because I was like, Deja did a good job in the challenge and the runway. And even Ru said the runway, this is what I was looking for. But you still give Bosco the win.
It honestly feels like a softer version of Janning. Like, honestly, that's kind of what I feel like at this point. So I feel like, unfortunately, Deja's going to be the next person to leave us, which I don't want to be the case because I'm so obsessed with her.
I think it's definitely the setup for her to go within the next 2 episodes.
Yeah. But whatever. And we find out that the bottom 2, I mean, congrats to Bosco. Bosco's great. Bosco did a great job.
Yeah, no, she did great.
I mean, I'm not denying that win. Like, it's like, if they say that was the winner, then okay. Like,
the thing is, I feel like Bosco had a more difficult job moderating than Deja did, just because of her group being not as strong as a whole. So Bosco overcame a little bit more, right? So I guess from that lens, like I do see it. But like from a runway standpoint, I mean, it was Deja.
I'm not mad because I really like Bosco, but I would have given it to Deja, is where I'm at.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's obviously a reason for it, and that the reason is because she's probably leaving.
And because Bosco's been so under-edited, at least in the first third of the season, that now they're like, oh wait, we have to establish her as a real front runner now with 2 wins.
Yeah.
So whatever. We find out that the bottom 2 are Jasmine and Georges. For once, I think the first time this season, I actually agree with the bottom 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like it's about time that they picked the correct bottom 2. I was like, okay, this is the showdown that everybody's been wanting. The lip sync assassins of the season. This, that, and the third, and then they don't give them a dance song, and I loved every moment of it because they lip sync to "Something's Got a Hold on Me" by Etta James. Oh, they need to do more of these classic songs as lip sync songs because this was phenomenal.
It was really great. I do wish that it was more of like a dancey song, just because I think it would have been like one of the more memorable ones that you always think of. But yeah, I remember watching it and being like, I don't know which way this is going to go. This really could go either way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This was okay. I found this interesting because this was Jasmine's 3rd time lip syncing.
It was, yes.
And this is George's 2nd time lip syncing.
It was, yes.
So, of course, we saw the standout of George's with my head and my heart, and then of course Jasmine eliminating 2 queens. So
delivering a good lip sync and then meh in the second one, but
yeah,
at least for me it was kind of meh. But
but with lip sync wins, obviously this was the one to watch. And at this point, we were of course my theory was wrong from last week where I thought that one of them was going to win and then the golden ticket was going to come out, but instead
it's a double Shantae. I think it was very worthy of one.
Yes.
Jasmine now joins an elite club of queens to survive 3 lip syncs on Drag Race. And I would bet good money that she is the earliest to do so. Because I believe it's Coco Montrese, Darian Lake, Heidi N Closet, and Cameron Michaels, I believe, are the only people that fall into that category. I'm probably forgetting somebody because not many.
Didn't Raja do lip sync 4 times? I don't remember.
Raja
O'Hara.
Six Way, Mercedes, and then got sent home by
I don't remember.
Yeah, she did actually. Yeah, no, you're
wait,
right.
okay.
Because she sent Scarlett home as well, and they got sent home by Akira. So yes, Raja is also in that club.
Okay,
Raja
Harris specifically.
I don't think no, then I forget that. I don't think it was Jasmine, it was Raja. It was like the earliest to get to 4. Or to survive 3 is more so the thing. But yeah, I think it was well deserved. If y'all had to pick a winner, who would y'all have picked?
Oh, that's hard.
It's so hard. Like, that's why I feel like it justifies the double.
Yeah.
But like
I have my opinion. Like, I know who I would pick.
Do you want to say it?
Of course. I would have if I had to pick a winner, I would say Jasmine. Only because I felt like Georges did very, very well, but Georges did a lot of the same things at the same parts of the song. Like in the like she did that like multiple times. Whereas I felt like what Jasmine was doing was a little bit more in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that also has to do with the fact that it was her 3rd lip sync. She probably expected to go home, but wanted to give a good performance. And so I also loved, she gave like the emotion of the song. I felt it a little bit more from Jasmine. And then I also did love the timed split.
Loved
that part.
Loved.
That was something we have not seen on Drag Race to that capacity. And I absolutely loved that. I don't think this is necessarily a song that needs that, but I loved including her like dancerly ness. That's not a word, but I'm gonna say it is for now. Just bringing all of that into this song that otherwise you wouldn't really expect. Like if someone had done like a dip or something, I'd be like, okay, girl, no. If someone had done like, I don't know, like a jump split, I don't know, I don't need that. But like that felt very, I guess classy might be the right word, given that this is like a staple. Yeah, I think if I had to pick, I would have chosen Jasmine.
Yeah, I kind of agreed. Like, this is where I thought my theory was going to happen, where like Jasmine was going to be safe, and then Georges got the golden ticket because rigor.
Right.
But the fact that it was a double Shantae instead, someone still has that golden ticket.
Someone has that fucking golden ticket. It's probably Georges.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I thought that was going to be the case. But then
at this point, for me, it's either Georges, Willow, or Angeria.
Probably.
I feel like it's going to be Willow. I don't know.
But is Willow going to fall in the bottom, though, is the thing.
I don't know. Next week, potentially.
Well, let's talk about that, because it is time for tea time, everybody. Next week is Snatch Game, finally.
Finally, like episode 94. Like, what the heck?
Literally. But this is one of the first times in a long time they show us everyone's Snatch Game character. So I wanna dive into it a little bit, just a little discussion on who we think might do well and who might not do well based on the characters we saw. So we have the Lady Camden as William Shakespeare.
I think that's so clever. I think it's going to be amazing. I really do think it's going to be amazing.
I feel like it's either going to be... Have either of y'all watched España?
No.
So, okay, yeah. Billy will get this. It's either going to be Rosé doing Mary Queen of Scots, or it's going to be Ugasio Crujiente doing Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be one or the other, and I don't know where she's going to land. I am excited to see it.
I think she has a personality to like make it great.
Totally. Oh, who was sitting next to Camden?
Oh shoot!
Because I remember next to her is Angie doing Tammy Brown.
Yeah, I was like, I don't get that. I think it should be funny. But I just don't get that being a choice for her. She could have done so many things better, I feel.
I really don't understand the choice. Like I'm really confused by it. I feel like that has to be a RuPaul suggestion, honestly, because the look doesn't even really scream Tammy Brown to me. I'm intrigued, and I hope this isn't the week that Angie falls in the bottom. I feel like it might. Next to her, if my memory serves correct, is Georges as Ilana Glazer from Broad City. I think that's a lovely choice. I don't know if Georges will do it well.
I don't even know that person.
Oh, you haven't watched Broad City?
Mm-mm.
Watch it. It's phenomenal. She's hilarious, like truly funny. I just don't know how she'll do. But we then have bottom left is Willow Pill as Drew Barrymore, which is a character she does fairly frequently. I've seen a lot of her Drew Barrymore videos on YouTube, and they're spot on.
Oh, okay.
So I'm hopeful for Willow getting another win here. I think this is the opportunity where she could. We then see, I remember who's second now, because I was like going by process of elimination. It's Jasmine as Betsy DeVos.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Which I hope she does well. Like, I think that could be so funny.
I think this could be
that's a
Jasmine's
really good
turning
character.
point. I think this is Jasmine's turning point.
That's such a smart character. Like, I say character, but such a smart choice. Like that.
She is a character. Funny. The woman is a character, so character is fine. But yeah, again, that's one that either she is going to rise to the top or plummet.
Or flop, yeah.
Yeah. Then there's Deja as Lil Jon. Please, for the love of God, I need this to be a good Snatch game. That's a ballsy choice.
It is, yeah.
Ballsy choice, and from what we saw in the preview, like she nails it.
Yeah.
Like for what we see. Yeah, for what we see, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, if you will. That it's Bosco as, I believe, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yes, Gwyneth Paltrow. Mm-hmm.
What else is there to talk about with Gwyneth Paltrow other than Goop? Is kind of my question.
It's a weird choice.
I'm nervous for Bosco. I'll be honest, because that's I don't know. I don't feel like any of these are Rue influence decisions, honestly, other than Angie doing Tammy Brown.
Yeah, like from what we're seeing, I think like I feel like it's going through like what everyone kind of wants to try to do. It's like try to be funny. So we'll see how this goes. Like,
and then the bottom right is Diabetes is Ozzy Osbourne,
which I did not recognize.
I fully was like, who's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this could either be one of the best Snatch games we've ever seen or a complete hot mess.
Right.
No, because like for a moment, like when I first looked at it, I actually thought that Dia was Shakespeare for some reason, which I was like, no, I like
that would have been fair, yeah.
Like that would have been odd, but at the same time, I was like, from looking at it, I was like, who could Ozzy Osbourne be? I was like, please tell me that that's who I think is. Okay. But I digress.
I don't feel like it's out of the realm of possibility. I know Camden does Shakespeare and I know Dia does Ozzy, but honestly, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for Dia to do Shakespeare and Camden to do Ozzy Osbourne.
I know, but I'm just like, it was just confusing when I first looked at it because like again, at that point it was already 6 a.m. because I started watching at 5, so I was just like,
sure, no,
I was tired.
But yeah, I mean, I'm rooting for my normal people. Who are our top 4 at this point? Babes, what are we thinking for top 4?
At this point, again, still Willow, Bosco, Angeria, and then probably now Camden.
I agree, but would swap Camden for, I think Diabetes is going to make the final 4. Do I want Diabetes to make final 4? No, but I think she will.
I think at this point, I'm going to say Willow, Angie, I'm going to say Camden, and I'm going to say Deja.
Oh,
okay.
I think Deja. If Deja gets a win this week, I think Deja could slip through being, not the absolute worst. And if she has to lip sync, maybe send another girl home, maybe send Diabetes home again. But like, I'm hoping this is more like me hoping that Deja's in the top 4.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a realistic pick as well at this point. Or Georges. It's probably gonna be fucking Georges, honestly. Like,
it could be.
I wouldn't be surprised. So with that is episode 9, season 14, Drag Race, all the things. Billy, you made it through your first episode.
I did. Thank you. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
We'll come back whenever. You're always welcome. Brandon,
I appreciate that.
You're always here, and I appreciate you.
I'll be here next week for both UK and US next week.
If you like Brandon, stay tuned for a lot more Brandon content. Speaking of Brandon content, go follow Brandon on Twitch because he's phenomenal. Follow Billy on Twitter because he's a beautiful soul. Not that Brandon isn't, but yes. But that's what we think about the episode. What do y'all think? Let us know in the comments below. All of your thoughts. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share while you're at it. And we always end with a good old cheers. So if you still have your can, cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Goodbye. Bye-bye now. We're making